Oh, we just got a massive production done somewhere. Oh, it's just the artillery. I guess we do need to put in something else there. It's going to get a bit of interceptors just in case. And we've still got a little bit extra in there. You know what? I'm just going to build a couple more factories. Like, mostly in Romania, I think. Oh, that's already being built full. Okay, this is technically Bulgaria, but we'll place it there anyway. So over time, that's going to give us a bit more factories. Pocket battleships. I'm going to wait until we get a bit better text for the pocket battleships. Although, speaking of which, we are already researching level 3. So that's probably not that far away. But as soon as we unlock the heavy AT, then we are going to do a lot of replacing. Let's just put it that way. Combat medicine and a... Right, combat medicine is out of time, and then in artillery, the AA weaponry for our tanks and such. Oh, we're just losing so much, well, not losing, but spending a lot of production here. I don't actually know about the self-repair AA. It is definitely not as good piercing attack. Air attack is okay. Actually, that's the best air attack that we have, I think. Defensive isn't... It's more like a bit of an upgrade to the anti-aircraft guns rather than the heavy AA. Of course, the softness is really small and they're really quick. Supply consumption is actually on par with the other two, but the fuel consumption is quite a bit higher. The price is more comparative to the heavy AA, but like it just doesn't have the piercing attack. But it would be okay, like a self-propelled AA and heavy anti-tanks. That would actually be really potent combination, both for anti-tank and anti-air. Not really surprising. Yeah, I mean, like to have something like Flak 88 on top of those heavy. I don't actually know. The self-propelled rocket artillery. I don't think there's heavy AA self-propelled, but like having like a heavy AA gun on, like rotating on vehicle, it requires quite heavy machinery, I reckon. So it's easier said than done. You know what? I'm gonna put in a pocket battleship. Still 21 months time to build. Yeah, actually, yeah, we did get the submarines upgraded as well, so we'll get a few of those. We've got a second pocket battleship already underway. And the first one, well, it is going to take a while before we get the upgrades all that. Oh, the Italians are bringing some troops to our border here. Are they actually... They might be scared about me attacking. How's the combat in Sicily? No, it's still not great. There's a lot of... Well, there's at least some headquarters going back and forth here. I'm not entirely sure if it's a lot of divisions or not. Although... Ooh. Well, there's quite a stack. There we go, high velocity gun. Did that unlock any... I suppose it didn't yet, but it's another step closer. Once we get the extra white tank tracks, we're going to start getting a lot of new vehicles in here. At least the medium tank destroyer and probably something else as well. Just made it on a half track and the Russians put it on a normal truck. At least it's high on recall. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Now the stats of the heavy anti-tank gun, well, it is pretty good. In terms of the terrain modifiers, heavy AT and AT have basically the same modifiers. So it has a bit less soft attack, harder heart attack. Piercing attack is 50. Defensive is higher than regular AT. The toughness is higher. The air defense is a bit lower, but the softness is lower. The speed is a bit lower as well. Like, it's still good enough for basically everything. So, I think we need to do some clicking. I don't think I'm going to upgrade the garrisons necessarily, but infantry. If you've got tank destroyers, or anti-tank guns rather, they will get replaced. Although there's actually a lot of divisions that don't have them, now that I think of it. Like, there's a lot of mixed support. Not so much tank anti-tank guns. I keep mixing that word up constantly. Alright, so that's the first one. What about the motorized? What is your speed? 6.9, so that's basically the almost a limiting factor. So if we do switch that, I mean, I suppose we still could do that. It's going to slow down the units a little bit, which kind of means that we might even be able to replace the artillery too. Well, no, the medium artillery would slow it down too much, I think. Any other... So that one didn't have anti-tank guns. Like, yeah, it's going to slow down the units a little bit, but I reckon it's still going to be worthwhile to upgrade to those. Because as we said, the stats are basically identical in terms of combat. Well, better or identical in terms of combat. Okay, heavy AT there, heavy AT there. Just quick warning, this will take some time. Now, to be fair, I'm not entirely sure if my self-propelled artillery is quite as up to date, but it will probably do. Got a bit more heavy artillery or heavy AT in here, but there's like the rest of the troops in Lithuania won't be upgraded quite yet. I might upgrade them eventually, but right now, since they are not on my territory, I don't really want to transfer them over back and forth. Just let them be there. So, what is the total tally? We got 975 IC, so that's a... It was said about 580? So that would be about 400 IC again on upgrade. Now, to be fair, there are some of the bigger ones in here. Might want to save. Good point. We might indeed want to save. Right, now we can get forward. Now they've spent like, what, 15-20 minutes upgrading all of that? Maybe even longer. Which reminds me, I probably need to cut that out of the YouTube video later on. Right, twin engine bomber bay, advance. So that's in the bomb load. Yeah, that is a bit out of time. Special anti-AA ammunition. Does give heart attack on the various units. Does lower the speed a little bit and range, but it's actually not that bad, so I will get that one. And we're getting autosave as well. There we go, so that should be under... Hold on a minute. No, it didn't start that yet. Oh, wet under storage. Ooh. Right, so if you have a look at the arm... There's still the anti-personnel defenses, which is probably going to be done very soon, and broadcasting is going to be done very soon. We've got quite a few things that are underway. Oh yeah, anti-personnel defenses actually in 2 hours. Alright then. A bit more defensiveness for our tanks and such. Gonna be quite nice. So how long does it make to build one of those? Is it October? Oh, so it's about 2 months per AT regiment. And it's only 3 IC each, so we can do those rather quickly. I think by the end of the year we are more or less upgraded. Then we might need a couple weeks to get the... Oh, airborne mix support. Okay, now we can do that one. Infantry radio communications, that's probably ahead of time now. Yep, it is. Is there anything else? Oh, broadcasting, right. That's actually something that we'll need to think about. What do we want to put as the next... Oh, and destroyers. You know what, I'm going to put these into Athens once more. We'll have yet another group there ready and waiting. Right, so... Oh yeah, I've still got molybdenum shortage level 2 there, which is a bit unfortunate, but I don't think I can really avoid that. So where is the radio stuff again? Or broadcasting rather, not radio. Here they are. So we could go for the huge entertainment shows. That's a bit of extra money and reduce the... Well, basically, it would just reduce the daily descent a little bit more. Or if we go for the news and politics, we could maybe get the... Well, I mean, we got a massive... Oh yeah, we got really good popularity, so that's actually not a problem. So we'll just go with the entertainment. There's a bit of money at least. Is there... Oh, we can launch the synthetic rubber again. Which means that we can then invest into another level on it. We'll have plenty of rubber. Well, at least a little bit of rubber, which actually... What does it exactly do? Again, it's supply throughput and mobile movement speed. That's actually not bad. We'll play armor construction advance, and that gives a bit more armor for our tanks. And down here, so that is indeed ahead of time now. Did it unlock? No, it didn't unlock anything here yet. Airborne mixed support. Oh, right, yeah, we probably can. Indeed we can. Right, let's start. The first group, I think what we want to do is maybe the engineers. And then recon. Because packed artillery can still be dropped. So it should be fine. Like, yeah, I suppose I could have checked the stats, but like I already did my decision there. So the recon gives them a bit of movement speed. And then the engineers give them also a bit of, well, actually they give a quite a bit of defensiveness and toughness, actually. And then various defense and movement speeds and that sort of stuff. So it's definitely not a bad idea. The artillery would have actually slowed it down. But the stats aren't necessarily that bad. But yeah, like, we can just have pack artillery for the airborne units. Not that we really have them a lot anyway. Oh, right, frigates. Did I have a fleet of anti-submarine warfare purpose already? I do one having... Okay, there's one in Danzig. Yeah, I suppose we could put them into Baltic, that's true. We'll keep them as a reserve for the time being, like, if and when we lose a lot. And yeah, that's 38 IC in upgrades now. We may have done a lot of research recently. Oh, make that 40 IC. Right, so how's the officer ratio? We've still got 175,000 officers, and we need 146,000 right now, but that's going to increase a little bit more once we get more of the replacements done. Right, so how is the combats going in the world? Sicily is back to same that it was, or more or less same as it was at the start of the stream. Fundamental architecture advance. Okay, so there's a bit more IC, a bit less resources, but we don't really necessarily need the resources that much. Which actually, I wonder. I believe the new industrial zone thing is also something that we could maybe do. If I remember correctly, that does reduce the resources, but also manpower. It does give a bit of extra resources. But this autosave is taking a bit of time here. Like a promotion to field marshal. There we go, enough officers. Time to add new layers of useless generals. Well, I mean, we'll see about that. Right now, it's just the armies. I mean, the army leaders are... it's the lieutenant generals, right? General zone is mainly for IC efficiency, which is great for big nations, because the more you use IC, the more you have for it. Now retirement home in Sicily is his second off. Well, I can't give you that either. Man, did the game crash? I just thinking. Oh, there we go. It really did think for a while. Auxiliary fuel tanks, that's for the landing craft. Oh, right, the monumental architecture is now ahead of time, and did that unlock the new things yet? New projects, no, not yet. Yeah, there's a lot of... Oh, wow, there's a ton of Germans moving about here. Oh, and drop tanks at last. Did I just lose the side of the stack here? Oh, they moved in there. Or maybe I just don't have vision on it because there's no headquarters there anymore. But there was at least 15 divisions in that province. Right, so let's have a look at the... Isn't construction in it. It is 1.5% less manpower. It is more IC and a bit of IC efficiency. But yeah, it is a bit less resource, but let's say we do at least one level of that. Like, we can increase the manpower laws, or the recruitment laws. That's not necessarily that big of a problem. Drop tanks do need to be cancelled for the time being, though. I might get the air cooling system. It gives a bit of speed, air defense, and a lot of air attack. A bit less range, but that's... In Europe, the range isn't going to be that big an issue. There's usually always airfields nearby. Or close enough. But yeah, we've still got over 1,000 IC... Not IC, manpower. And... Well, I mean, total IC is 638, which is actually quite a bit. Seaport capabilities advanced, that's level 7 already. Does increase some of the things. Okay, not really anything there, I mean, I suppose. Oh, we got the rubbish surplus. We did get the copper shortage. We may need to buy some more copper, I suppose. Let's do that then. We'll buy from the Soviets. Although, speaking of Soviets, just have a look at the majors here. So, Soviets, you have a tiny bit of money. You kind of do want both fuel and supplies, according to this, but that might not be the case for long. But let's... If we were to sell you... Nope. What about a fuel? Nope. Never mind. Well, we still got 60 points, so our relations with them is 60. Between minus 200 and 200. It could be certainly worse. Oh! Oh wait, no, that's the heavy cruiser. That's going to be done in December. That's good. That's going to speed up the pocket battleship probably a bit more than... The autosaves are starting to take quite a bit of time here. So what I think I'm going to do is once the autosave is done, assuming that it doesn't fail, I'll do a manual save, then we'll restart the game just in case. Can't wait for capital ships to sink in the first battle. That's probably going to happen, yeah. But yeah, we're going to do a tactical restart in this point. Because there's just been quite a few autosaves already today. And I think the more autosaves it does, the more it has problems. But yeah, I don't expect the fleets to be doing all that much in this for us. I mean, they might be able to do a little bit, but it's by the time we are doing fine, not much happening. Fair enough. The fleets, like, they probably won't be doing much, so, like, I expect either the Italian fleets already be mostly sank by the time we enter the war. Oh, there we go. Autosave is completed. Let's give a quick manual save, just in case. And then we're going to restart. But yeah, like, it's probably either going to be the... At least the kind of Western Axis fleets are probably already going to be sank, or at least the Americans are going to have so many carriers by that point that they are going to be sinking very soon. So, most likely the fleet is not going to be playing a big part. But, you know, maybe it does. You know, with this, we can have a potential shore bombardment as a decoy to suicidal naval invasion. Possibly. It kind of looks like there are still quite a bit of troops passing through Italy up and north and south, and south and north, which might cause an issue once we declare war. But like once we got on the AT upgrade and the artillery upgrades done, then our army should be in a pretty good shape. So I think what we're gonna do is we're going to start or try again the war against the Axis on somewhere around maybe April of 1943. Hopefully by then the situation in Sicily is either chewing through enough of the Axis troops that they are going to have some serious problems, or the Americans can start pushing up from there. And yeah, there's the grand plan that we have, although it didn't actually take all the changes that I did. Or some of the changes that I did, but oh well. Close that for now. Go back to Speed 4. Right, did we... I'm pretty sure we did buy the copper, so we shouldn't have the shortage much longer on that. Crew bubble cockpit. Okay, so that's a bit... Well, making a bit better interceptors now, or planes in general, I suppose. That's in the air systems, was it? Yes. That's a bit of air attack, air defense, and air detection. Oh, armor plating. Oh, right, that's for the landing craft. I was like, hold on a minute, did we have that for the planes? Oh, there we go. Ship production, naval build speed is higher again. I suppose... Oh, rocket artillery ammunition. Excellent. That is ahead of time now. Right, well, we can cancel that one then. One thing that I suppose I could have a look at is... hold on, there was something I was going to do, but now I forgot it. Well, I'm sure that it's... I'll remember it eventually. Getting a bit of... Oh, right, yeah. Getting a second copper, just in case. Truck and prime mover reliability is probably ahead of time. Yeah, it is. Right, we don't have the... Yeah, we don't have the buy thing. Oh, wait, was that Italian in our territory? It may have been. It might have been some sort of... Or maybe it wasn't. Not that it really matters. Italy wants to buy some fuel. Nope. Oh, there's a lot of Germans moving towards us. We do have some radars in here already. It's level 5. It's not massive, but it should be plenty to spot at least some of the headquarters and that sort of stuff. Man, is there a lot of troops moving past here. Did they do a landing in somewhere then? Because that's way too many. Oh, high popularity. So we lost a very high popularity, unfortunately. Twin engines. Landcraft industry asked for money. New monument buildings for the nation. Heavy anti-tank upgrade for motorized support brigades. Yes. Heavy anti-tank upgrades for the mixed support. Yes. Self-propelled artillery for armored support. Yes. Engineer upgrade for airborne. Yeah. Warhead infusing. Right, so that is a bit ahead of time. Acoustic torpedo isn't that much ahead of time. Oh, the submarine hull actually was left away from the view there. Okay, so let's have a look at the buildings. What should we take? Yeah, the supports are a bit better. I'm not entirely sure how much better they are. Yeah, there's going to be more upgrades indeed. Let's see. Central Intelligence Headquarters might not be bad. Imperial Seat of Government might not be bad either for the extra leadership. Major Movie Studio for the money, maybe. Imperial Seat of Government is all around. Yeah, I suppose it is. A bit of leadership, bit of territorial pride, ruling party support, so that means that we'll have the popularity be very high most of the time. This Palace of Justice might not be terrible either, but I don't know. Ministry of Finance, I mean, maybe that would require us to have a bit more in consumer goods then. Or rather, it would actually require us to have some IC in consumer goods then. I think I'm going to go with the Imperial Seat of Government. That kind of seems like a good idea. It's 1,000 cash. Okay, so that's not too bad. We shall build that. Well, actually, I don't think we're... Well, you might be correct. Let's see, so it's minus 25, minus 23, minus 28. Okay, so yeah, I actually wouldn't be a problem. Right, was there anything else over here? The ball bearings... Oh, well, we can get the trade, so we want to get another copper, just in case. So we'll have a bit of a surplus, and we'll buy that from UK this time. You know, spreading the money around a little bit, so they can buy more stuff from me as well. We can actually see a bit of troop movements down here as well. Those might just be the amount of radios in there being spotted. Oh, there we go. A bit of supplies. It doesn't actually have an impact on the shipbuilding speed, but more supplies is always nice. Army asks for more money. Oh, sure. Then broadcasting, recon upgrade for airborne supply. Yeah, is what we want. Right, we wanted to go for the huge entertainment show. That's 5,000. Assuming that we don't need to pay the industry and or Air Force and Navy and all that immediately again, we should be fine. Extra white tracks. Oh, yes. We can finally get a lot of good things in here. So that unlocks the medium tank destroyer. And then, of course, all the... Well, pretty much all the tanks that we currently have. That is ahead of time right now, but Let's send the medium tank destroyer to the top, medium tank and light tank to the top, and well, I suppose we could send the heavy tank there as well.